Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of All Angles. I'm Dion Jackson Miller. Now, in today's program, we are going to be looking at the report that has been tabled in Parliament from the Office of the Children's Advocate. It looks at what it calls a questionable relationship between the Child Protection and Family Service Agency and an American called Carl Robanske and his organization, which is called Embracing Orphans. Here's this overview.
The report from the Children's Advocate raises serious questions as to how a documented predator from the United States could have been allowed liberal access to Jamaican wards of the state. In 2007, Carl Robanske established a presence in Jamaica. In the middle of 2009, he established a partnership with the then Child Development Agency. In 2013, a transitional home in Jamaica, founded by Robanske's US-based organization Embracing Orphans, began accepting wards of the state recommended by the Child Protection and Family Services Agency. In May 2014, Robanske made inappropriate contact with a female middle school student in the United States. After an investigation, he was in 2016 found guilty of professional misconduct and his education license was suspended for 2 years. A psychologist who examined him said he was likely to repeat the behavior and had a behavioral problem that endangered the safety of persons around him. The CPFSA reported that it heard of the suspension in 2018. But according to the report, the relationship with Robanske and his organization continued, quote, uninterrupted. The report gave details of statements from 3 residents of the father's house. Resident A reported inappropriate conversations between her and Robanske via Facebook Messenger. She said those messages were later deleted. However, corroboration was provided by her boyfriend who had taken screenshots of the conversations and saved them. She also spoke of an incident at Duns River Falls when Robanske touched her inappropriately. He also reportedly asked her to feel his penis. She said she never complained because Robanske was paying her college tuition, she had no family support, and was afraid of losing his financial assistance. Resident B expressed concern about Robanske having touched her on her lower back on top of her bottom while a picture was being taken. She said she wasn't sure how much meaning to give to the encounter. Resident C reported that Robanske masturbated in front of her in the water at the beach, peeped at her while she was naked in a changing room, and tried to put his penis inside her while in the water on another occasion at the beach. The Children's Advocate raised concern about the responses of CEO Rosalie Gage Gray to questions from investigators. The investigation showed there was evidence that contradicted Mrs. Gage Gray's claim that there were no children placed at the institution. Mrs. Gage Gray's claim that the wards had no direct contact with Robanske was contradicted by logbooks and the accounts of residents. Records showed Robanske visited the father's house 22 times between 2018 and 2019 alone. The Children's